Good morning, students. Again, let we have to be discuss another topic in that machine learning, where the term is called that machine learning models. So before that, let we have to see what are all the ingredients of that machine learning. When we say that is a model of that machine learning, so one thing we have to be definitely know, it is called that is models lend the machine learning field diversity, but task and features give it unity. So this is that primary scenario of that models in machine learning. Models lend the machine learning field diversity, but task and features give it unity. So this is the phenomena we have to be follow. And now we have to see what are all that primary ingredients or that primary task of that machine learning. So in case most machine learning tasks are predictive, the purpose of that machine learning is we have to get that is the prediction already trained data set. So this is the primary task of that machine learning, in the sense that they concern that predicting a target variable from the features. So let me say, so what are all the kind of the features that we have to be learned? That number one is called that is the binary and multi-class classification, or another term is called that categorical target. And number two is called that is the regression, that is for the numerical target. Number three is called that is the clustering, that's for the hidden target. So these are all the three kind of that task that we have to be performed in machine learning trained data set. In case I am feeding that is the data that is comes under that category kind of the thing, and then I have to be go for that binary or that multi-class classification under that banner of a categorical target. In case the trained data set is having certain of numerical values, that I have to make that relation among that is the numerical values, then I have to be go for that regression. So that gives that outcome of numerical target. And also number three, in case the data may be hidden into the data set, such a situation that we have to be go for the clustering that is purely for that hidden target. And descriptive tasks are concerned with that exploiting underlying structure in the data. So in that scenario, that we have to be say that is of the structure in supervised and then unsupervised learning. In the supervised learning, we say that is in the predictive model, we have to be go for the classification and regression. And if it is in a descriptive model, that we have to be go for the subgroup discovery. In case of that unsupervised learning, in predictive model, we have to be go for the predictive clustering. But in case of the descriptive model, we have to be go for the descriptive clustering and association rule discovery. So this is the scenario we have to be follow up. And now we have to be talk about that machine learning models. So this is that foundation based on what we discussed on earlier. So in that machine learning model, we have to be three main models we have to study. Number one is called the geometrical model, and number two is called that is the probabilistic model. Number three is called that is the logical model. So in that geometrical model, we are using that is the intuitions from the geometry by separating that data by the planes or by the linear transformations or by the distance metrics. In that probabilistic model, we are going to be study about that process of reducing that uncertainty and that model by that probability distribution. And in that logical model, in the term itself, we are having that term solution and answer. We are applying that is the logical. That means either the 1 or the 0. So according to that, we have to be apply these things in your data set, and we are getting and also we are applying that is the logical expression, and we are getting that outcome for that. Apart all these things, let me have to go for that another setup of that models is called that grouping models and then the grading models. In that grouping models, we are divide that instance space into the segments. In each segment, a very simple constant or that model is learned. And in the grading model, we are applying that is the learning by the global model over the instance space. So these are all that 5 kind of the models. But in the primary, we are going to study about geometric model, probabilistic model, logical model, and finally we have to be discuss about that the grouping models and then grading models. And now let me have to be come to that geometrical models.